Okay, a couple quick things. Yesterday, I did a video about having all the leaves down here on the forest floor and what those are good for. And I mentioned that they work like a mulch. Well, it occurred to me afterwards that maybe I wasn't super clear in terms of what mulch meant. And I had a few comments come in on the classroom pages. Do they just rot and provide nutrients? Well, that's part of it. All right, like you can see right here where they rotted, and I'll get you in close if I can. See that? Now that would have been done by the fungus, maybe one of those slime molds that we saw in class. But the other cool thing that they do is when they're growing like this and they're this thick, all right, it makes it impossible for little weeds to pop up. Now here, this was where a turkey came through and scraped early in the spring, and the leaves have kind of fallen back around it. But look, right there, popping right up in the middle of that's a little bit of wintergreen. Now, if that wintergreen were to pop up near something like that little tree right there, grasses and wintergreen could grow up, shade out this little guy, and make it impossible for it to succeed. All right, and you can see right above that, right there, we got another little bit of that wintergreen coming in. All right, but fortunately, this guy's already up and he's already starting to leaf out, so that shouldn't be a problem. All right, the other cool part about leaves as a mulch, and really any mulch, it holds the soil in place so it prevents erosion, and it traps water down in there. All right, so it can't evaporate out. I'm sure you can hear the wind blowing right now by the microphone, and it probably makes it hard to hear. Well, that wind actually carries away a lot of the moisture that these little plants need to get them jump started. So by having this mulch all over the ground down here, it helps keep all that winter melt water down in the ground to give those babies a chance to get started. The other cool thing that it does, it helps maintain a soil temperature, all right, so that the roots don't freeze up all winter long. Now, yes, they are going to freeze some during the winter, but nowhere near as bad. Now, as we look at just a couple more intro things to a tree or to different trees, if you look at that one, okay, that burnt potato chip bark that you see, we got one right there and another one right over there. Those are going to be black cherry trees, okay? They make a really small tart berry. The problem is they grow so tall that you really can't harvest those berries so much. But that's a good tree to know if you get into, you want to sell some lumber off your property, that's a good one. Compare that to the bark that you see here on a young maple, all right? The young maple bark's going to be nice and smooth, okay? And then if we walk over here a little bit, here you have another type of maple. This is a sugar maple here, okay? And this is what sugar maple looks like when it gets older, okay? You see how that's totally different than the bark we just saw on that black cherry tree, okay? Now, just another quick little thing. Why you don't ever just go by the fact that moss only grows on the north side of trees. All right, this here is the east side. There is the north side, moss. Here is the south side, moss. And here is the west side, moss, okay? It's not a good gamble to make, all right? Learn other ways to tell north, south, east, and west if you get lost, okay? And your best bet is if you're going somewhere and you know you're going to be out for a while, bring a compass, all right? That's far better than counting moss on a tree. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.